Morning again, everyone. Well, it's the time of the year when you'll be visiting with family and friends, and that can be tough sometimes if the relationships are not strong. But following a few simple guidelines will help you have a happy and healthy holiday season.
Joining us now is George James, a marriage and family therapist at the Council for Relationships, with some advice. George, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay, so the holidays. We love the holidays, but it also forces us sometimes to be around maybe people we don't get along with so well. I wouldn't know that. I happen to love my in-laws and my relatives, but a lot of people are in those positions sometimes.
Yes, and it becomes very difficult because people don't know necessarily how to act or what they should do, or we go back to acting like little children.
Right.
And so one of the first things I'd want people to think about is to kind of start with your end goal in mind, meaning short-term goal, getting through the holidays without a big argument. Long-term goal, building healthy relationships, which will take some time. So the more you keep that in mind, your decisions will follow through.
Is that easier said than done, trying to get through the holiday, without an argument? For some folks, it might be. I don't know. What do you think?
It is easier said than done, but some of it is by first making those choices. Then the next part is really being able to kind of set boundaries. Sometimes you have to say no. And I don't mean saying no to washing the dishes or helping out. But sometimes you have to say, I have to spend time with my in-laws, so I can't do all the family functions. So allowing your family to know that you are an adult and that you can make your own choices and not the same old choices.
Okay. Say you're in a family of Eagles fans and you have a Cowboys relative, you should really try not to talk about football, maybe, right?
Well, see, that's actually something that I would want people to recognize, that you have areas that you have in common. So even though we, Eagles and Cowboys just don't agree, right? But at the same time, we love football, and we can still connect, and we can enjoy the game, and then we can talk a little trash with each other. But at the end of the day, we're still connected, still family.
What about the concept of creating new traditions?
Well, part of that is that what you want people to do is keep everything light and fun. Play games, do things that they didn't do before, or maybe say, well, I'm going to host this year instead of the family doing it the regular way, or the younger generation does something for the older generation. This adds value and allows people to feel like they have a buy-in or connection, and it strengthens the family and the relationships in a long-term way.
Does the family always have to be in the home? Would you say, hey, let's go out and be a family? Is that a good idea?
I think that's a way that strengthens people, where they say, like, this is something that we want to try. Let's go bowling, or let's do something else. Let's go on a trip. And now every year we look forward to that. What are we going to do this year? Where are we going to go this year? And that becomes something that builds a family.
See, these are great tips, and people should remember this, that when they're out, on Thursday, just keep things nice and fun and light. Don't bring anything, I guess, really deep into it. Just try to enjoy yourself.
But what about when that uncle comes over who's had a little bit too much? There's always one.
I think we all might have that one uncle, and sometimes we just got to appreciate that he's going to bring something that you can laugh about, right? And so you're going to have something to laugh about at the end of it.
You have a story to tell later.
Exactly.
Hey, George, thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Happy holidays. Happy Thanksgiving
to you as well.